So Eva J. Egolf writes that recently electronic dance music, or EDM, has gained popularity in the United States with increased radio airtime and prominent circuit DJs such as Tiesto demanding an average of $250,000 per appearance for a 2-hour set. So EDM is a growing musical genre in today's culture. There are many different subgenres in the full genre of EDM. That's the reason why it's so unique and gaining in popularity. This growth may cause EDM to become enveloped in our mainstream music. So the reason I chose my major of digital media audio was so that I could be involved in the EDM scene. I also have past job shadowing experience with a DJ and a performance artist. The genre of EDM is gaining popularity because of 3 key elements. Its cultural aspects, its artistry, and its history. I'll support this statement by discussing each of these 3 elements in detail. Alright, so first comes the cultural aspects. Surprisingly, EDM has changed the way music scholars have written literature. Eva J. Egolf states in her article that before EDM became a topic taken up by music scholars, the literature surrounding the subject included book-length texts addressing single subgenres of it. She goes on to write, eventually academic writing increased, and the academic perspectives, disciplines now include multiple views, and they include academia's diverse and growing interest in the subject. So music scholars are already taking notice of the uprise in popularity of EDM. It also shaped the way musical artists work on their pieces of music. Paul Thompson states in his review that behind musical enculturation lies the intrinsic motivation of the musician and the desire to engage in music making that is evident in the hours of solitary practice. So musical artists are working harder in this particular field of EDM in making music. Alright, so to the artistry of EDM. The specific artistry of EDM adds to its rising popularity. The musical artists of EDM have specific movements that are unique. Paul Van Ness Bell, a professional disc jockey, talks about this in his article. The human is having a physical effect on the music, not just pressing buttons to facilitate playback of recordings. So the music that is coming from these artists is being controlled by them in a very specific way. EDM artists also have to rely on their knowledge of technology and computers. Paul Thompson goes into detail about this. He says the popular electronic musician is defined through the notion that technology, such as a turntable or computer, is essential to the interaction, performance, and production of popular styles of electronic music. And so we'll move on to the history of EDM and where it came from. EDM's origin is added to an increase in popularity. Eva Egolf states that EDM's founding subgenres, techno and house, date from the early and mid-1980s and have their roots in the Midwestern cities of Detroit and Chicago, respectively. I did not know that EDM was that old. I thought 80s music was just 80s music. So these subgenres that originated in those cities have spread and formed into different subgenres, such as jungle, drum and bass, and dubstep, to name a few. There are many more subgenres that people have created, which gives other people a larger selection to choose from in the EDM genre. And so now to include the increasing popularity is due to the cultural aspects, artistry, and history. So now that you know more about EDM, if you hear it, you just know more about it. So thanks you guys for listening.